Hello Systema gaming fans, and welcome to another assembly video. Today we are assembling the circular planters for my Futura City line. I'm excited to get into this. The finished product will look like this. It looks pretty plain right now. It's not painted, and it does not come with the shrubbery or the greenery you would need to complete this. Simply, you can go ahead and pick that up, stuff like this, at your local Walmart or even an aquarium shop. You would just go ahead and glue those in, cut the bases off. Looks fine, but it is not included, so please don't expect to get this in your package, but certainly the planters look amazing when painted and so forth. Let's go over the stuff we will need to properly build one of these things. First of all, you're going to need, of course, some glue. We recommend using wood glue. You could also use the white Elmer school glue, but wood glue is going to give you the best results and the best hold since it is wood, MDF of course. You're going to need a paintbrush that you're willing to throw away. That's not really that important to you. You're going to need a couple X-Acto knives. These are going to be able to clean off the little sprue clippings on the pieces that hold them to the MDF, and just a couple different sizes. This is a box cutter version, and that's your hobby knife. Remember, always practice safe knife cutting. And then you're going to need a water pot just to get the excess glue off your brush, clean off your brush. It is a crappy brush, but ideally you can keep it around. And of course we're going to be using a cutting mat as well, because we don't want to cut this nice mat. So whatever surface you're on, if it's not, maybe it's a hobby desk that you don't use a cutting mat, but we're always going to use a cutting mat. And then you're going to need a paper towel or something to clean off excess glue, a rag, and of course the elastics. Let's go ahead and come right back. Now this should be a shorter instruction video, as I'm just going to show you how to build one, because in the kit you get 3 of the exact same planters, so they all are built the same way. So after watching this video and you know how to build one, you should be able to build all 3. So let's go ahead and open this up. So it's only a 1 sprue kit or a 1 MDF sheet kit. You should have the FC05A kit. Very good. And this is what it's going to look like. It can look like that after it's painted. You can use any scheme you want. This is just how the studio decided to paint it up. And of course the shrubbery in there looks really cool. So your finished product is going to look like this. Let's go ahead and we'll be right back with every single piece you're going to need to build one of them. Now remember, these are built in a way so that they can still stick on to the kit, so it's not completely cut. So like every video, let's zoom in quickly. Okay, here we are. Now let's go ahead and do this guy right here. Okay, so you're gonna see right there, you're gonna see a little piece. Sorry guys, you're gonna see a little piece. This is where your X-Acto knife comes in. So of course get your cutting board if you don't want to ruin your surface. And then you're going to take, here, we'll do this one right here. You're going to take it and you're just going to pop it. So you want to cut through it so it's not holding on anymore. So you want to do that for, sorry, there are a lot of small pieces in here that can break quite easily if not handled correctly. So you're going to want to do that for every single little, I guess you can say, knob that you see. You want to pop it off to make sure that you don't break any of the pieces. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you every single piece we're going to need to build one of these planters. And we are back, guys. This is going to be all the pieces you need to make one kit. Now this whole kit is going to contain 3 times everything you see here. You're going to need one of the larger rings, one of the smaller rings, and you got 3 different base sizes. You got 4 connecting pieces for the outside, and finally 1 connecting piece on the inside. Remember, make sure you remove them carefully, as these 2 pieces can snap because they are thinner and we wouldn't want you to wreck the whole kit. So now this is the next step. After you have all your pieces assembled, whether you just take the 1 kit or you take all 3 kits off the sprue, you always have to remove these little bumps, because these are precision made, and unfortunately if you leave these little bumps, your kit's not going to be built correctly. That's when you take the box cutter knife. Now you don't want to cut in there, and you gotta be careful, but you just want to slide your knife over the extra sprue piece and it'll come right off and it'll be nice and clean. If you see a bit of discoloration like that, don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. Once again, keep your fingers away from the blade. but slide and just clean it off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to everything you see here, and we'll be right back. And here they are, all cleaned off from the little knobs or the little sprue pieces that we left over. Please keep in mind, you want to get on the inside of these guys as well, because there will be stuff on the inside as well. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead. First step, once you have all your pieces, the first step is easy. Always dry fit, like we say. So what you do is this, you take your small piece, or your little connected piece, your little triangle, and then you put it in that one. And then you go ahead, and then you put this one on top. And then finally put the largest one on top. Easy enough. We're going to go ahead and speed up the video, and we're going to show you where to glue it. Always put a bit of glue in between, and of course glue the connection piece. Let's go ahead and speed up the video. And we're back. Remember, always wipe off any extra glue. And I got a bit of glue on our mat, but that's okay. We can go ahead and we can take our rag, wipe it off. Make sure you use a rag or a paper towel, a rag that you don't want. And there we have, that is our first step. Now let's go ahead into our second step. Really easy. This kit's going to go together really quickly. Is we got to put the 4 connecting pieces on top. We got to put the 4 connecting pieces around. So what you actually have to do is you have to do one first, and this bottom piece is going to be flush with the bottom. So dry fit as usual if you'd like, and it should just fit in right like that. Boom, nice and easy. So add a bit of glue to all 3 levels, and we'll come right back. Okay, we're back. The first one is on. Do another one directly adjacent to it next. So one of them right beside it, do that next. And we are back. Now, this is the next important step. You need to take the bigger ring, and we're going to have to put that in now. So when we put the other 2 pieces on, it will connect as well. If you don't do this now, you're going to have to rip these guys off. And if the glue's already set, you're going to have a bit of trouble. So let's go ahead and do that. So remember, put your glue where the connecting piece, and I'm going to put a bit of glue on the outside as well so it attaches itself. And we're back. There it is. It's stuck in. You want to make sure that these are going to line up and that it's completely flush. It will take a bit of pressure to push it on there, but you don't want to push at the top, because what's going to happen if you push at the top, you're going to risk breaking this whole thing. So push on the sides and make sure it's flush. And then we can go ahead and we can glue our other 2 legs on, I guess our holders on. Now you're going to have to put pressure on it once again, but don't put pressure at the top because you risk breaking it. Just evenly pressure in the middle. So let's go ahead and glue those bad boys on. And there we go. This is coming together really easy. We have one final step, and that's just to put the outside ring on top. And that's all you do, guys. Just be careful. You don't want to push too hard on one spot when you're trying to put it in, because you can break it. But let's go ahead and do that. Even pressure, guys, and go ahead and put all your glue just on these little nubs, and that's all you need to do. And we're back. There we are. And we're finished. Now what I'm going to do is, you don't want to put the elastics too tight, because you don't want to crack or push or break the top piece right here. But I'm going to put an elastic around. So I'm just going to grab one of these. I'm going to bend it twice, and it's not going to be too tight. And I want to put one right there, nice and soft, and then I'm going to put one the other way. Now this is going to hold the top down and make sure it gets a nice even gluing, because it is only connected at those 4 small pieces. So a little cross right there. Let it sit for about maybe 5-10 minutes, and we're good to go. We'll be right back, guys. And we're back, guys, with 2 of the finished products. There we go. That simple, that easy to do. They go together easy, and of course they make great infinity terrain, sci-fi gaming. You can play games like Warhammer 40k or any purpose display boards and such. So once again, to finish this, all you're going to need to do is paint it, so you can spray paint it as a base coat. We actually suggest a spray paint, as that's going to seal the wood. You kind of want to seal it so it's not going to absorb moisture and so forth. And then you paint it as you see fit, and then you go ahead and you grab your greenery, your shrubs. You can get these at any aquarium store, Walmart, and then you're just going to fill it up the way you see fit. If you don't want to do all green, you can do some psychedelic colors. You can do, you know, a jungle style, and of course it's just going to look amazing after it's done. It's going to be line of sight blocking, and it's going to add an aspect to your table that's not normally there. A lot of the times, you know, you see a lot of buildings, but you don't see scenic pieces like this, and we certainly think that this can add a spice up to any game. So certainly go check us out at SystemaGaming.com. We have this, we have tons of different stuff, and look forward to more assembly videos. Eventually we're going to have an assembly video for every single kit we put out. Thank you guys for watching another Systema assembly video, and keep on gaming, guys.